Hello again, it's Quick and Dirty Tutorials. Today we are going to cut out an image of a person from the background. More specifically, a person with long hair. And if you've ever tried to do this before, you know it's not the easiest thing to do manually. I'm going to show you a really great and effective way to do it using channels. First thing we need to do is make sure that our document's set up right. So we just need to make sure that black is in the foreground color, which it is. And we should always duplicate the background, double click to unlock it, hit OK, drag it down and duplicate it. Go ahead and hide the back one if you want. I always do. Alright, so let's get started. We need to bring up our channels. You can either do that through Windows, Channels, or it's just a tab here on the right hand side. What we need to look for is the highest contrasting channel, red, green, or blue. There's red, green, and blue, and it looks like that's going to be the most promising. Let's duplicate that by the same method we did with our layer. Just drag it down, and it should duplicate that. Basically, the way this is going to work is we're going to turn this duplicated channel completely black, and then the background is going to be completely white. We're going to subtract the white background. So what we need to do is increase our contrast more. So let's bring up curves by hitting Command M or Control M if you're using a PC. And let's darken the darks a bit. And just click and drag. Let's increase the contrast a bit. That looks good for now. Then we need to trace out anything we want to keep. So basically we're going to trace out our body and then around her face, but this is going to be kind of rough because her face isn't really touching any part of the background. So we can just go kind of roughly around here. But we want to spend most of our time making sure that our tracing around her arms and her body is as close as we want to get it. I'm going to speed this up for you guys, but what I'm going to use is the pen tool to do this. Alright, now that we got her traced out, and again, we're tracing out the areas that we want to keep. We'll keep the hair, but I'll show you how to do that here in a second. We're going to hit Command or Control if you're on a PC, plus Enter to activate our tracing. And then we need to fill it with black. We're going to hit Alt-Delete. That should fill it with black. And then we can go ahead and deselect it, Command-D. Let's increase our contrast again, but I think we're going to use levels, so Command-L. So right now, her body's all black. That's all going to stay, but you can see she's got some highlights in her hair, and we don't want those to go away. So we're going to try to make those disappear with levels here. So we're going to make the darks even darker. Maybe even turn the mids down a bit. See what's actually hair and what's not. That should be pretty good. Now we're going to hit OK. Okay, now that the background's selected, it's time to delete it. So all we need to do is reactivate this RGB channel, and we're going to hide the blue copy, and we can simply hit the delete button. If you want, you can go into layers and use a layer mask. For the sake of this tutorial, we're going to just delete the background. Let's go back to our layers. Let's see how good of a job we did. We can deselect it now. What I usually like to do is put a layer of color behind whatever I'm trying to cut out, just to see how good of a job I did, if there's any sort of white fuzz around her. So I'm going to go Edit, Fill. I'm going to use a color. Yeah, this green actually ought to work. I've already slid this this new layer behind what we just cut out. Alright, that's not bad, but if you look around a hair, you can see a little bit of white fuzz around the individual strands of the hair. As you can see, hopefully it's showing up well. But that can be taken care of. So let's make sure that our cutout is selected. All you need to do is go to Layer, all the way to the bottom, Matting, remove White Matte, and that takes care of it. It is gone. And you have yourself a really good cutout. I hope that helped. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. This has been Quick and Dirty Tutorials. Till next time, thanks.